Ladies and gentlemen, the first competitor, representing Ukraine, Anton Kovalevsky.
He'll be skating to Flamenco by Didulia tonight. Anton Kovalevsky of Ukraine, two-time national champion. Was 20th at the World Championships. Doubles a plan. Triple axel. Very nice triple flip, triple toe combination. Nice height, quick rotation on that triple lutz. Straight line step sequence, a little stumbly. You could see his balance being challenged from time to time throughout that straight line step sequence. Good changes of position in that sit spin. Same wild changes of balance here in the circular step sequence, really compromising the line and the look of the turns and variations. Anton Kovalevsky of Ukraine.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Ukraine, Anton Kovalevsky.
Anton made a coaching switch this summer when he moved to Germany just a few months ago to train with Michael Hoot and Vlasta Koprivova, his choreographer Vazgen Azuroyan.
I tell you what happened. I want to show more expensive, more everything, more something. And one mistake.
Beautiful jumps. Look at the height on that triple flip and triple toe. Judges, of course, assessing quality of edge as they go into and coming out of jumps. triple Lutz. Judges looking at the proper takeoff edge on the Lutz, tending to be an outside. You can see the rocking on the blade. Some problems with balance, it appeared, on the straight line step sequence.
The scores is for Anton Kovalevsky from Ukraine. The short program scored 64.06. The next competitor representing Japan, Yasuharu Nenri.
Yasuharu Nanri of Japan, our next competitor. He finished 19th at the World Championships. He's been ranked 3rd in Japan for the last 2 years. First trip to Skate Canada, skating to Moonlight Sonata, choreographed by Pasquale Camerlengo. Slight touchdown with the hand on the landing of that triple axel. Doubles a planned triple toe on the end of that triple flip for the combination. Very strong triple Lutz. Nice speed, but you can see the traveling center there on the back sit. I like the use of turns and the variations in the circular step sequence. His back camel with a hop over to a forward sit. Unusual way to end this program. Yasuharu Nanri of Japan.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Japan, Yasuharu Nenri.
Yasuharu Nanri, coached by Yumi Kono and Akira Okazaki. You can see the beginnings of a lovely skater. There's the triple axel. Touching down with the hand. His performance would have been enhanced by a little bit more finesse, a little bit more polish. Triple flip, double toe combination. Coach looking on. Pleased that he got out of that spin, where there was lots of traveling.
The scores, please, for Yasuharu Nanri from Japan. The short program score 63.36. Yasuharu is currently in second place. The next competitor representing Russia, Vladimir Uspensky.
Last-minute instructions from Viktor Kudryavtsev, his coach, Vladimir Uspensky. Ranked 6th in Russia. This is his first trip to a senior Grand Prix. Skating to winter from 4 seasons. Choreographed by Alla Kapranova. On the triple axel, seemingly fully rotated. Triple flip, triple toe combination. Change to the inside edge and doubling a planned triple lutz. Nice variations of position in this combination spin with a change of foot. Pacing of the circular step sequence a little bit frantic. Nice height on the flying sit, not able to settle down into that low sit position, and a compromise on the speed. Straight line step sequence. And final element, opposite spin with a change of foot. And fall in the middle of that spin, not able to hold that finishing pose. Vladimir Uspensky of Russia.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Russia, Vladimir Uspensky.
В принципе, нет.
I very much like the speed for the setup of this triple axel. You could see the lean in the air, very forward leaning on that landing edge. Look at the height and the amount of distance covered in that triple flip, triple toe combination. Flipping to the inside edge on the takeoff on that planned triple Lutz, having to do a double instead.
Всем привет.
The scores, please, for Vladimir Uspensky from Russia. The short program score, 56.17. Vladimir is currently in third place. On the ice, our next competitor, representing the United States of America, Brandon Moroz.
Brandon Moroz, coached by Tom Zakrajcek, was second for the last 2 years in the junior American ranks, placed fourth for the last 2 World Junior Championships, was second at the ISU Junior Grand Prix final, skating to Till Eulenspiegel's Mary Pranks. Choreographers, Lori Nickel and Tom Dixon. Slight lean to the inside edge on that landing. Triple Lutz, triple toe combination, and immediately into the step job. Look at the variations of position. Slight compromise on the speed. Triple flip. good variations of turn throughout that circular step sequence. Great sit position. Not a lot of speed going into the straight line step sequence. His combination spin, his final element. Brandon Moroz of the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the United States of America, Brandon Moroz.
So good.
Those last words. Which is make sure that feel like it's back.
It felt so easy.
So you remember that tomorrow on the line.
It felt really easy. I was like, cake.
A little trippy in some of the things.
Brandon Moroz, definitely a star on the rise. There's that triple axel. You could see the landing on that inside edge. He was still able to carve out some flow. They'll be probably assessing the takeoff edge from that triple Lutz into the triple toe for the combination. Skaters must take off on the outside edge. There was the triple flip. Very solid element.
Is that fun?
It was.
It's hard to follow the homeboy.
Yeah, but it felt easier than I thought. So, it was fun.
Current leader from France, Yannick Ancero, 78.05. Patrick Chan in second with 77.47.
Hey Madison, hey Dylan.
The short program score, 67.03.
That's by like 4 points.
Yeah.
Brandon is currently in 5th place.
Tonight, a special evening performance in the nation's capital. Nothing to get frightened about, but it's witching hour at Skate Canada. The men of the night lurk on the Grand Prix stage in Ottawa. All Hallows Eve in Ottawa. Ominous setting for the daring demons of the blade at Skate Canada. Tonight, the unmasking begins with the men's short program. No disguising the talent of American champ Evan Lysacek. Russian junior star Sergei Voronov tries on the costume of a Grand Prix contender. Meantime, out of the shadows darts Canadian wizard Patrick Chan. There is no trick. Tonight, this will be a treat. Ah, yes, the specter of a bright young Canadian champion rears its head at Scotiabank Place. And that's welcome news on Halloween or any other night at HomeSense Skate Canada International. Talk about a new look for Canadian figure skating. 17-year-old Patrick Chan is the headliner. Is he ready to carry the Canadian torch? He'll contend with Sean Sawyer, a 23-year-old teammate, and also with the American title holder, Evan Lysacek, in Ottawa. Hi, everybody, and welcome to HomeSense Skate Canada International. Scott Russell, along with Tracy Wilson and Kurt Browning, the men's short program, and a look at Patrick Chen. And I'm going to you, Kurt, because he's now the go-to guy. Patrick Chen is, and how does he begin to contend with that?
Well, I got an adrenaline pump, and all you did was ask me the question. My advice to Patrick would be to don't pretend it's not happening. You know, like really think about it and be aware of it. If you feel nervous or everything, talk to somebody about it. And 2, trust your training. It's the last thing I said to him before he won the Canadian. Trust your training. Trust, trust, trust. It's got you this far. It'll get you farther.
You talk about his training. He's down in Florida with Coach Don Laws and has been getting ready for Skate Canada. But when he got off the plane to come here, he met his father, and he was asking his father about what happened back at Skate America. And his father told him the scores that the guys were getting in the short program. And Patrick was like, what? They were in the 80s? So we have to remember that the benchmark has been set high. Looking at the scores at Skate America, Lysacek on top with 81.3, Weir with 80.55, and then Kazuka also in the 80s. So some pretty tough scores that these guys here are going to be aiming to beat in the short program.
And we'll see Evan Lysacek here. And Kurt, safe to say he'd like to have a better result than at Skate America. In spite of that high score in the short program,
yes,
he was third.
I think he certainly expected to win it, and didn't expect to have to come to Skate Canada and need a great skate just to make the Grand Prix final. It would be very strange for Evan Lysacek, the national champion of the United States, to not make the Grand Prix final. So a little extra unnecessary pressure that he's put on himself here at Skate Canada.
Tracy, quickly, how do you like the rivalry setting up here? The American champ experienced the Canadian champ, a youngster in Patrick Chen.
Well, I think you have to give the edge to experience, but you also have to like what you saw at Skate America. All these skaters know experience counts for nothing. If somebody comes out and lays it down in competition, doesn't matter how young they are, they're going to get the mark. So it's wide open. It's whoever skates.
All right, let's get back to Patrick Chen.
Okay.
He's only 17 years of age, the youngest men's national champion in Canadian figure skating history. Is he ready to go? With more, here's Brenda Irving.
Scott, Patrick has been living and training in Orlando, Florida with his coach Don Laws. And Don, how has Patrick grown as a skater since we last saw him at the World Championships?
Well, he's grown just like any young man would. His athleticism is stronger. He's always been masculine, but he's much more convincing. And I'd say he's just grown into be a young man.
What sort of goals have you set for the two of you this season?
Our goals for this season were to have a quad there, but we're doing it in the practices so they know we can do one. But when you think of Buttle's win last year at Worlds and the others doing quads and missing, if you can skate clean with what he has, he's in somewhere.
Thanks for this,
Great.
and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Scott?
Well, he might more realistically be targeting the Sochi Olympics in 2014, but being from Vancouver, Jeremy Ten sees a chance to get into the mix at Skate Canada International.
Taking his time getting ready. This is his first senior Grand Prix, skating to Leyenda, performed by Vanessa May. Up into the senior ranks. He's brought a new trick with him. It's a triple axel. Here it comes. Little back on the heel. Got a triple combination planned here. Lots of speed. Opening with a triple lutz. And triple toe, and he popped it.
That's really too bad, because all week that has been the star moment on the ice for him. The triple S triple toe has gone almost all the way across the ice surface.
A little too eager. I love his flow across the ice. Gets down into the knees, lots of speed as he turns into his final triple, a triple flip.
Very quick reaction. I didn't think he was going to be able to have enough time to have a good, smooth landing. Quick twitch muscles saved him on that one. For a relatively young and diminutive skater, he's not a big guy with big legs. He gets across the ice quick. I feel like the best part of the music for the footwork just ended. It's so hard to match all the elements into the music perfectly. It's easier in the exhibition than it is the competition because you have so many elements that you simply must finish.
...2007 Canadian Junior Champion Jeremy Ten, coached at Burnaby 8 Rinks by Joanne McLeod. You're watching HomeSense Skate Canada International on CBC. Jeremy Ten, the pre-novice Canadian champion in 2004. He put on a great display on the Rideau Canal at Winterlude.
Overall, I thought he had made a really good effort in this performance. You could see his triple axel. He was not straight in the air. He was leaning out, couldn't hang on to the landing. Let's take a look at this. The triple Lutz, lots of height.
Oh, I thought he had it. It was
Body
really
just said no.
I guess bad timing. No, it looked like a great chance to do that triple toe. I'm not really sure if it was a mental thing or if something felt wrong because it looked good from the chair, which, you know what? From the couch, it's easy to make those calls.
Well,
and if you're if you just walked into the room and you're looking at Joanne McLeod on the left, that's not Emmanuel Sandou on the right. And just, you know, he's still with So You Think You Can Dance.
The mistakes he made, very costly, and he knows that. You can see him kind of closing his eyes. At least 10 points he's going to lose from the technical elements score, plus a deduction of 1 point for the fall.
Oh. Short program score, 50.93 for Jeremy Ten.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next competitor from the United States of America, Ryan Bradley.
Some skaters are diminutive, certainly not this one. 24-year-old Ryan Bradley of the United States trains in Colorado Springs. A big man, lots of ground to cover, and has the ability to do it here at Skate Canada.
Well, he likes to have fun and typically picks music that the audience can relate to. Here, he's skating to an Elvis medley.
If you're putting a jump tape together to learn how to do jumps, don't include him. If you're putting a jump tape together to get excited and have fun and like check out the heights.
Quad toe.
It's
Triple
wild.
toe.
I mean, it's never boring with this guy, ever.
Getting ready now for the axel.
And it's always big. Clean, clean, clean.
Final jumping pass. Triple Lutz.
Won the junior U.S. Nationals 10 years ago, and since then has been hovering around 5th or 6th in the United States, trying to move up in a pretty important year.
that spin has improved since last year. Somebody's been working on his flexibility.
Hang on. Final moments of his program. Well, I wouldn't call it sophisticated choreography. I would call it a breath of fresh air.
Crowd pleaser, lumen large. Ryan Bradley, the 24-year-old of the United States. We'll return with more of the Canadian men's story. You're watching HomeSense Skate Canada on CBC.
Yeah, definitely.
Welcome back to HomeSense Skate Canada International. There's the big man, Ryan Bradley of the United States, awaiting his marks.
Well, it's all fun and games until you have to try a quad. Let's take a look at his. Quad toe, good height. Judges will check the landing of both of those jumps to make sure he completed all of the rotation in the air. And you talked about the height on this triple axel.
No doubt that was clean. A little too close to the boards for me because anything can happen when Ryan's out there. And a really good triplets. But you know what? A lot of things have improved since last year. That spin blew me away. I thought, am I watching Ryan Bradley do that beautiful spin? Holy.
And it's a real smart choice, a piece of music like this. First of all, Ryan said, this is what I relate to. This is the kind of music I want to skate to. But also his style is not as lyrical and edgy and flowing as the other skaters. So
That's
this music really suits him.
The short program score. 72.
Wow. He got something out of it.
And he got the quad toe, triple toe. Huge. That's awesome. 10 points, for that one element.
72-5 for Ryan Bradley to take the lead. 23-year-old Sean Sawyer of Edmundston, New Brunswick, is coming off a fine performance at Skate America last week in Everett, Washington, where he was 5th and had a great free skate. Now trying to put back-to-back performances together.
Skating to music by Pink Floyd, another brick in the wall. And when Sean gets tight in competition, he tends to under-rotate. Really needs to attack.
Great speed.
Triple combination, triple flip, triple toe. That was fabulous. The second jump as big as the first.
Well, life with Sean would be a lot easier if it wasn't for this next jump. The triple axel is carrying more speed into it, a little higher than usual. That was a great effort for Sean. Not perfect, but really good for him.
Important, though, that he rotated that jump fully to maximize points with the step out. And now the triple lutz. No, doubled it. Body got ahead of the feet.
History repeats itself, unfortunately.
very strong spins. Sean's spins are difficult. They travel quickly, are centered, and lovely lines and positions.
Great reaction.
Trying to get back to where he once was. He made an Olympic appearance in '06 where he was 12th. He has high hopes of getting to Vancouver. Sean Sawyer of Canada. This is Championship Figure Skating on CBC from Ottawa. Welcome back to Ottawa, Anibara Bay. The coach, Sean Sawyer. The athlete. Short program done here at HomeSense Skate Canada International.
And this was an exact replica of his beautiful combination at Skate America about a week ago. Such control, such flow.
And his axle, a better effort here. Coach Annie Barabay watching on. It looked to me from this angle that it was rotated. The judges have a different angle, the technical specialists do, but this, very costly.
And that is time. That is not trusting your timing. We talked about that word earlier. You know what? And it's just so important to be patient, wait for your toe pick to go on the ice, let your body transfer over the toe pick. Don't try and rush something. And every time you do, it just doesn't work.
Last year on the Grand Prix circuit, he competed in Asia, NHK, and Cup of China. Now it's the North American stops, Skate America and here Skate Canada. Technical 32.7, program 31.5.
And he was downgraded on that triple axle, so not good news there for Sean, but a better effort.
The next competitor, representing Russia.
Current standings, Ryan Bradley of the United States has the lead, followed by Sean Sawyer of Canada. And this is an up-and-coming skater, a junior rival of Patrick Chan at one time, Sergei Voronov of Russia, coached by Alexei Urmanov, the 1994 Olympic gold medalist.
Sergei had a breakthrough year last year. He won the Russian title, went on to finish 4th at Europeans, and then finished 7th at the World Championships, where Patrick Chan finished 9th. He's planning a quad here.
I guess he was saving it. Beautiful quad, not a triple afterwards, but a perfect combination, no deductions at all. You have noticed by my reaction that his quad hasn't been that consistent this week in practice.
The height on that triple axle. Was able to hang on, but totally slipped on the takeoff edge of that loop.
You noticed one spin and then directly into the next spin. There is not a lot of program around these great jumps. The style is, you know, typically Russian, but there's no extension. The stroking of the quality of stroking is so low. The posture, the shoulders are high.
At Skate America, there was only one skater to try a quad. That was Kevin Reynolds of Canada. He landed in this short program. He's the only one to try it in the short. Already we've had 2 skaters land them here at Skate Canada. The reason not so many men are trying it in the short is this year you get more points if you do the quad, but you also lose more points if you fall. So it's a very, very risky element if it's not a sure one.
Especially if you fall on an under-rotated quad, then you're falling, technically on paper, it looks like you're falling on a triple toe. He will be happy.
Not only about the performance, he indicated to us after practice the other day he was absolutely over the moon at the opportunity to skate in Canada. Sergei Voronov. And when we come back, the French factor, Yannick Poncero, as HomeSense Skate Canada. Welcome back to Ottawa on HomeSense Skate Canada International. Mark's coming up for Sergei Voronov after another look.
I want to see the quad again, don't you?
Well, this guy can get air, and there it is. But what he hasn't been doing this week is actually pulling in on the quad. That was, he let his shoulder come around the corner and get out of the way and let him follow through with the jump.
And an equally good triple axel, so big scores for those jumps. Almost 10 points he'll get just for the quad. You could see that was the triple loop, leaning forward on the takeoff.
Clean, no big deductions, it just seemed like there was no real reason to bend over at the waist.
70.45.
Here they come, technical 39.5, 30.95 for the program. 70.45 moves him into second place. Again, back of Ryan Bradley of the United States.
Yeah, I'm not surprised the second mark was lower.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next competitor, representing France, Yannick Poncero.
Well, this man put on a show when he delivered his free skate in practice the other day. The crowd was really with him then. Yannick Poncero, 22 years old, from France, was second at the national championships to the former world champion Brian Joubert.
Well, if you thought you knew what you were going to be seeing with the opening chords of music, you were wrong. A completely new look and a completely new quad. This is the biggest quad in the competition. He had planned a triple toe after it. A little outside the circle, he wisely decided to do a double. That was big.
Next jump, triple axel. Lots of speed. What a beautiful jump. That sizzled.
That was awesome.
And this is a guy who has trouble usually competing. I'd say he's kind of whipped that demon so far.
He's over it.
And footwork into his final jump, triple Lutz.
That's a deduction. No, this new image really suits him. I'm surprised. He's moving really well. I'm so used to him skating to classical music and looking a little congested. He looks free and open. The second required step sequence in the program, this one in the shape of a circle. Judges looking for a variety of turns, elevation, moving quickly from one position to the next without any difficulty.
Just looks like all elements of his skating have come up a level here in this short program. The footwork, the spins, very clean and precise, and quite intricate choreography for a quad program. He didn't leave anything out to attack the typical jumps. Well done.
Choreographed to the very last second.
He's got energy. Has he given himself a chance to move up from a 6th place finish at Skate Canada last year? Yannick Poncereau, the 22-year-old of France. And watching it all is that man, the Canadian national champion, visualizing what he will do next. Patrick Chan of Canada. Welcome back to Ottawa, taking a rest, and a well-deserved one, Yannick Poncereau of France, after an extremely dynamic short program.
How good does that feel? And to jump like this, beautiful position in the triple axel.
That went a long way across the ice. The execution of the takeoff, the trajectory of the takeoff was perfect, not too high, not too flat. Triple Lutz. And like you said, Tracy, really nothing was missing. It was a good program through and through. He presented an idea, held it through the program all the way. The second marks are going to be high.
Be interesting to see how close he can get to the 80 number that we saw at Skate America last week.
Still, you know,
he could have done the quad triple.
Yes, that would have made a big difference. And I still think
quad double.
The simple quality of his skating just isn't quite there.
Trains in Annecy, look at these marks now, moving up.
That was closer than I thought he was going to get.
So that's a great sign for Yannick.
78.05 to take over the lead from Ryan Bradley.
And his personal best coming in was 69.
Representing Canada, Patrick Chan.
Taking it all in, Patrick Chan. Trains at Toronto at the Granite Club and in Orlando, Florida with Don Laws. But let's get this straight. He was born in Ottawa.
Skating to a tango, which is choreographed by Laurie Nickel, who does all of his choreography. He will open with his triple axel.
And it comes quick.
Slightly off balance on the landing of his triple axel, heading now into his triple-triple combination.
Got it. Very unusual entrance to Triple Lutz, putting it against the long way of the rink instead of the corner. And I love how he takes speed and acceleration, stops dead, and goes the other way into a circle step. Good choreography, good show of power and speed transition.
Turned a lot of heads. Last Grand Prix season, won the Eric Bompard Trophy in France.
Laurie takes a lot of risks with his choreography. So many moves in his footwork that I would call dangerous moves. Easy to lose a toe pick, slip an edge. Great upper body movement. Are you sure this kid is 17?
He holds nothing back. I can't believe the way he's able to push this choreography in this footwork. Losing a little at the end. That was an exceptional footwork sequence, as was the first.
Yes, he looks strong. I think he's a great athlete on and off the ice. Loves to play tennis. He's got this crowd on their feet.
I just find when he's skating, I cannot take my eyes off him. On practice, he demands your attention. His speed across the ice is effortless. It's down into the ice, and then he just floats across.
So you like him?
What a treat to see a young national champion just approaching his prime.
Hey, everyone at home. Alana, Jacob.
Back in Ottawa,
Sam, hey.
birthplace of this man, Patrick Chan, the 17-year-old Canadian national champion,
Samantha.
who's put in a very good short program.
Triple axel. This is something he reworked this summer. It used to go straight across the ice. Now it's got a better trajectory, about a 45-degree angle takeoff. I love it.
I love the way he does the first triple, and then the second one's just as big.
Oh, I called it halfway through that combination. It's just so steady, so secure, so strong.
And now the Lutz going right at the judges. It's usually down in the Lutz corner. And then this is the entrance to his footwork sequence, working the judges and just grabbing their attention, taking it into the footwork sequence.
Keeping your footwork, yeah. So easy to
No, we talk a lot about Patrick. I was concerned a couple of years ago about his triple axel, worried that it would never be consistent. It's always hard to rework a jump like a golfer reworking their swing.
Do you think he's fixed it?
Yeah, I think he has.
Got it. And incidentally, he's got the quad too. He's been doing it in practice, and look at these scores.
41-42, 36-05, 77.47 puts him into second place, about 0.6 back of Pansero of France.
Who skated great with a quad. That shows how strong that skating is.
Representing the United States of America.
Last words from the coach, Frank Carroll, to the American national champion, 23-year-old Evan Lysacek. That's the way it stands right now. Lysacek, the final skater in the short program here at Skate Canada.
He will skate to Bolero, and this program was choreographed by Tatiana Tarasova. It's a grand dam of Russian skating. Evan traveled to Moscow to train with Tatiana for his programs this season. He will open with his triple axel.
That was a great effort from Evan.
Last year in the short program, he tried each time out to include the quad. Now he's decided to go with triple-triple combination. Step out on the Lutz. Strong second jump. A little forward on the landing of the flip. His jump's not quite on.
Twice been a bronze medalist on the World Championship podium. He ceded that position to his rival, Johnny Weir, at the last World Championships. Evan withdrew because of a forearm injury.
Evan is one of those skaters that can make you, as an audience, really feel like you're seeing something special. He doesn't hold back. He has the ability to get you to pay attention to what he's doing and believe in what he's doing.
He's very tall, 6'1". Much more difficult to be as fluid and coordinated as he is. But at 6'1", you can create some spectacular lines as he's doing in this spin.
Well, he led after the short program a week ago at Skate America, where he wound up third. Can he lead after the short program north of the border here in Ottawa?
Well, Scott, that's going to depend on the quality of his jumps, and in particular, whether the rotation was fully completed in the air. That's what ended up costing him in the free skate at Skate America. So the technical specialists have a look in slow motion at the jumps and make sure they've done enough rotation to fully get credit.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make that mistake again. He was actually going back a couple of times in practice this week, looking at the mark on the ice of his triple axel landing in practice, just to, just double check to see how it's going.
You know, I felt he really worked it out there. It wasn't easy. Sometimes you go to compete and you can't put a foot wrong. Everything just kind of happens. But I just didn't feel his blade was comfortably under him. Let's take a look at the triple axel. And you could see the mark that the blade leaves on the ice. That's the trace the judges will be looking at. Here's the Lutz, and he stepped out. So that second jump will not count. You have to do one jump after the other without steps in between. However, once he got through the jumps, then he could just let the program and the emotional choreography take over.
There's 11 competitors in the short program here at Skate Canada. 8 of them have their 3 jump passes in the first 3 elements. That's how much importance the men put on the jumps, how difficult they are. You know what, and it just seems, it's a little tiring after a while, because it's like, I gotta do my work, and hey, look at me now, I can do footwork. And it'd be nice to have a couple of skaters shake it up. Of course, I don't think I did either when I competed.
Get him out of the way so you can relax,
I think I did it too. Here we go.
You saw Yannick Poncereau, the leader currently, 36.3 technical, program 35.1, 71.4 for Evan Lysacek, so he pays a price and ranks 4th after his short program effort. Here's how it stands after the short program in Ottawa. The surprise, perhaps, Yannick Poncereau, the 22-year-old from France, has the lead, but only slightly, over the national champion from Canada, 17-year-old Patrick Chan. Ryan Bradley is 3rd. Evan Lysacek, an American teammate, is 4th, perhaps the favorite. There are the rest of the results. Sean Sawyer, 7th. Jeremy 10, 11th. Right now, down to Brenda Irving.
Well, Scott, you know, the first thing that Patrick Chan said when he sat down is, what a relief. What did you mean by that?
Just build of the excitement throughout the whole week, and coming here and skating on the practice. I said it felt like nationals, except with international skaters. So I think it's just really everyone's looking forward to seeing me, especially after Jeff retired. You know, just seeing what has changed in me since last year, and I think they were happy with it. So I think that's why I said it was a relief.
What has changed since last year for you?
More attitude, I guess. That's one way of saying it. I think I have a bit more emotion in the program. a lot more finesse and really a lot of interpretation. The interpretation of the programs are a lot better than last year, I believe. So those are the things that have changed, I think.
Well, one thing that has changed for us watching you is on Thursday in practice, you completed the quad. Are you kind of sending a shot over the bows of the other competitors saying, look, I have this in my arsenal, whether I choose to use it?
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole point of doing it. You know, we didn't even do another one after that first one. We just said, you know what, just leave it. No point of overdoing it, and you know, I'm not here to really do it in the program. So it was just, yeah, you're right. It was more of a, you know, show it out there and just show people, yeah, I am doing it and I am practicing it. So, you know, for people like Brian and, you know, who question, you know, if people should do quads, you know, I'm doing it, so make them happy.
Well, congratulations on a great skate today.
Thank you so much.
Scott?
Thank you, Brenda. Ryan Bradley rocks on for the United States. He stands third. Patrick Chan's mother would agree. Lots more attitude. He's very close. Yannick Poncereau, Energy Plus to lead the way. We'll return to Skate Canada in a week has passed, and day one at HomeSense Skate Canada International is in the books. There are miles to go on the banks of the Rideau Canal, the cutting edge in the capital city. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow from HomeSense Skate Canada International in Ottawa.